Whenever we think of the term peace, we think of that, it is someone else's responsibility. It is the responsibility of the guardians. It is the responsibility of the leaders of the states. It's the responsibility of maybe the politicians, the rulers. As an individual, if they are keeping my state peaceful, I'm happy with that. But is it what it is? Or does peace actually go down to the finest, smallest decimal that one has to look at? And to discuss that and more, we have been joined by a man who understands peace probably from a different perspective. We've been joined by Dr. Huzaifa Khorakiwala, who serves as the founder of the transformative I Am PeaceKeeper Movement, an impactful initiative comprising more than 1.8 million people who join in forces online. Dr. Khorakiwala, welcome to TSB.
Okay, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be over here.
It's such an honor to have you here and to talk about this term peace. And before we speak about the movement, let's try and understand the term peace. It's something that we take so literally that, theek hai, peace. But then when it's not there, you actually feel the absence of it the most, don't you?
Yes. So you are very right. Peace means a lot of things to different people and different organizations. But generally, when we talk of peace, we talk at 4 levels. First level we talk is peace with the nations, how the countries can find peace with them. The second is peace with law, how you find peace with the justice and the law system. The third is the peace with the people, how you find peace at the interpersonal relation and that. And the fourth is how do you find peace with your own self? And it is a triangle. And at the bottom of the triangle is peace with oneself.
Wow. Now, when you say it in such simple words, one tries to understand the reality of the word, the real meaning of the word peace. But I'm sure that when you, from your own profession as a medical professional with so many years and, executive level positions that you hold, how did you take out time to find yourself coming up with a movement like this?
So I come from an industrialist family, and my father started a pharmaceutical company, Wockhardt Limited.
Okay.
So it is a relatively good size company.
It is. You're now being humble when you say that.
No. And my brother looks at the pharmaceutical business. So he's a managing director of Wockhardt Limited. And my sister is managing director of Wockhardt Hospital.
Right.
So me and my father discussed that one person in the family should do something of giving back to society.
Wow.
So we formed Wockhardt Foundation in 2008. And today we run 200 mobile clinics over India over the last 12 years. And we have given free primary healthcare with doctor and medicine to 40 million patients over the last 12 years in the rural and remote part of India. And also in 2013, we formed the World Peacekeeper Movement, which has been re-christened to I Am PeaceKeeper Movement. And it was based on 7 human values: gratitude, forgiveness, love, humility, giving, patience, and truth. And each human value stands for one day of the week.
Okay.
So today is Wednesday. So today our peacekeepers wish each other Happy Love Day.
Happy Love Day.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yesterday was Happy Forgiveness Day.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Happy Humility Day. So by emphasizing these human values, where it doesn't have any political alignment or religious alignment.
Okay.
It is a human value. It's applicable to all religions. And by the law of karma, when you give good humanity to other people through human values, in return you get something.
Right.
You get your own inner peace of mind. And when more of the human beings have inner peace, then the world peace has a greater chance.
Beautiful.
If we are more stressful and stressed, we don't have inner peace.
That is so true.
Then how will we get the world peace?
This is such an integral part of understanding yourself. Before वो कहते हैं ना कि in Hindi से कि खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, that when you are strong from within, you can help others. When you are well fed, will you be able to try and go out and support others?
Yes.
And that's why when you are peaceful from within, your objectivity towards world peace becomes very clear. But a conversation between a father and son at that level, you mentioned about this, that let's give back to the society. But didn't you think that Dad, you could probably ask another, my brother or sister to do that. I want to take care of the corporate affairs and all of that. What made you actually agree to your father's
my
thoughts?
father is very fair. He has given the ownership within the family equally.
Right.
So he's been very fair, but he has divided the operational responsibility. So when the operational responsibility is divided, it helps each one concentrating in their particular area,
Which is fair.
So we don't want people running over each other's shoes.
Makes sense.
And then we don't want disputes and all that, because everybody has their own mindset.
True.
So they need a little freedom in their own area to operate.
No doubts about that. You mentioned about, freedom in the mind to operate and to be able to execute everything properly. The execution of a movement which is a global movement, I Am PeaceKeeper, with those 7 values, I'm sure that every value that comes in on a every single day basis is not easy as some of the other values. When you say gratitude, you want to feel gratitude towards everything that's happening, love, but there would be one value that probably is a little more challenging as compared to the other.
So when I met His Excellency Sheikh Nayan bin Mubarak Al Nayan, he is a Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence. So I had told him that it was around October 2024 I met him. 2023.
Okay.
So I told him I wanted to do a summit
Okay.
on this human values. If you add up the 7 value, it is peace, inner
Okay.
peace. So he said, but in my estimation, all the 7 value is equal to justice. So wherever there is justice, there will be peace.
That's fair.
So he said that. So what we did was we re-christianed our summit, which we were doing in Dubai, and we called it the Global Justice, Love and Peace Summit.
Right.
And it was in April 12th and 13th, 2025. And it was held in Dubai Expo. And Sheikh Nayan himself was so happy that we called it Justice. Also, we included it as part of the main discussion. And we had 10 panel discussion, and he was the chief guest.
Wow.
And Dr. Ali Rashid Al Noami, His Excellency, he's the head of the Defense and the Home Ministry committee, so council. So he was also the chief guest on one of the days. And we had 10 Nobel Peace Laureates.
That's right.
Who had come, and they released a peace charter,
Okay.
which is a love letter to humanity.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, and that was probably a record in the UAE, that 10 Nobel Peace Laureate came on the stage at one single time.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when you try and bring all of these people together, it's never too easy, right? Because everyone is in their own sphere doing something which is critically important. How does one then roll up their sleeve and say, listen, let's do this, let's bring all of these people together to have a single vision?
So it is how you present the case and the packaging of the case.
Okay.
So we packaged it in such a way which was appealing to such high-level achievers and personalities, like the 10 Nobel Peace winners.
Right.
Sri Ravi Shankar came online. Then Baba Ramdev did a yoga session.
Wow.
And there was some other also important people from all parts of the world. We had around 52 speakers.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And it was over 2 days of deliberation. And then we released a report on the summit.
Okay.
And we are going to release a peace charter, which is a document on the peace, how world peace can come through the peace charter.
Beautiful.
And that will be about 110 pages.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is a detailed document done with research of experts. And so that is what.
This is incredible, A summit of such magnitude, I'm sure that there would have been phenomenal outcomes. But this definitely is just one part of the larger picture of the I Am PeaceKeeper movement. What is the ultimate vision of the movement?
We are an ocean.
Okay.
The world is an ocean.
That's true.
And there are 2 types of things being put in the ocean. One is the pure water.
Okay.
and one is little dirt like plastic, etc., which is environment unfriendly. So we want to be like some small drops like the pure water going in the ocean.
Okay.
So that each one has a small role to play in the big world.
Beautiful.
We cannot be the full ocean ourselves.
True that.
So we are just a movement, and so we have 12 programs in the movement.
Okay.
And the summit and the conference is only one part of
I'm
the...
sure.
Yeah. So there are another 11 programs.
Okay.
And those are the 12 drops that we want to put in the ocean.
Beautiful. Yeah. Could you, if not in detail, could you just touch upon those other 11 points as well?
So one is I Am PeaceKeeper School.
Okay.
So where school children, and we give a 12-hour course online on human values.
Oh, beautiful.
So we are already a Ryan group of institution.
Right.
They have 300,000 children. So they have expressed an interest to join part of our movement. And then several other schools we are in discussion with. And there's I Am PeaceKeeper Campus.
Okay.
Which is for the college and all.
Right.
And there's I Am PeaceKeeper Corporate. So in our movement, we don't say peace.
Okay.
Or we don't say peacekeeper.
Right.
We say I am peacekeeper.
Okay. So
because peacekeeper everybody is using as a generic word. And we wanted to distinguish our movement.
Right.
Which is based on the 7 human values from other things. So we call it I am peacekeeper. So there are other things also, like conferences are there. Then there's I am peacekeeper gifts are there.
Okay.
And there's I am peacekeeper conferences. So like that there are 12 parts of the thing.
But like any corporate organization, since the family comes from such a huge corporate organization, corporate background, I'm sure that there are the KPIs and KRAs, there are some metrics by which you would measure the success of what has been done. How do you do that then?
Means, are you referring to WOCAT or?
No, to the movement.
Yeah, so the corporate, what we are not measuring their commercial success. What we do is, if 40% of the corporates, if they sign up as I Am Peacekeeper,
okay,
we give a certification to that corporate as I Am Peacekeeper Corporate.
No,
and then they have to do an online course of the 7 human values.
I meant to ask that as a movement itself, with so many things that you do, how do you realize that, okay, what we're doing is creating an impact?
Okay. So we have our core team. We have a daily Zoom call.
Okay.
And then we have a movement team.
Okay.
And that is a large number of people. And we have a free flow of suggestions and all this. And regarding the impact created, peace itself is a very subjective thing.
It is, exactly.
Yeah. So how do you measure something subjective?
True.
So your question is very important and relevant. And see, if a corporate has to say that I have earned 100 crore profit.
Precisely. They can put it in the books and show.
They can put the numbers and show
Exactly.
it. How do you measure
peace? Exactly.
Or how do you measure love or justice?
So true.
Yeah. So, but in spite of that, we have an index, the World Happiness Index.
Nice.
So one can question also how they are measuring it. So there are little ways which you can measure to some extent.
Right.
Like sometimes we can say the crime rate is low.
Fair.
So there is peace amongst the people.
That's right.
Maybe there is less of greed or less of poverty or something. So these are different ways are there to measure it. We don't have right now any method in our movement to measure it. Right now we are just trying to do some activities and some work towards it.
It is. I mean, I quite like the idea of, having a movement without really putting numbers to it. Because eventually when you start putting numbers, then somewhere the objectivity is lost.
Yes.
Then you start looking at it as, I need to achieve my targets. But peace is never a target.
Yeah. Peace is not a target. Peace is just a feeling.
There you go.
It's a happiness.
But
you are just in the river. You are swimming along with the tide. And you are grateful to God for His blessings.
So true.
You forgive easily. You don't take revenge.
Yeah.
And there is love and care in your heart. You share with others. Then you are humble. You try to not be arrogant and pride of your achievements. And you help others. You are giving. And main thing is about giving that we are just a trusteeship of the wealth.
Okay.
Sometimes we often think that what we have earned is our achievement.
Right.
But actually it's not. It is given by the divine grace.
That's so true.
So we are just a trusteeship of of that wealth. What is belonging to us is only the food that we eat.
True.
Everything else we are trustee of.
Beautiful. This is so beautifully
Yeah.
put. And this not
And-
just includes.
And we are accountable
Mhm.
that in case, let us say we have 1,000
Right.
and we need only one out of that 1,000. So other 999 we are trusteeship. If
Fair.
that other 999 other people in the world, if we don't share it, they are going hungry, or they
True.
don't have a house, or they don't have job or clothes, then we are accountable for that. If
Beautiful.
we don't share it with them.
If you don't share it with
Yeah.
them. And this cannot be just limited to the monetary wealth,
Yeah.
but also the wealth of knowledge. Like today, you are sitting on so much wealth of knowledge
Yes.
that if you can just impart it, even if you don't want to impart money or can't impart money, but
Yes,
if you can
yes.
go out and train someone, help someone learn something new,
Yes.
I think
this
that
is
also
a very
helps.
beautiful point you have said. Giving has many forms.
There you go, yeah.
Wealth is only one of them.
True.
You can give love.
There you go,
can
yeah.
give kindness. You can give knowledge, as you said. Then you can give your service and your efforts.
True.
Some people are depressed. You give them hope.
Yeah.
Then some people only need your time,
Fair.
especially the elderly people.
Oh, yes.
Just spend little time with them. So there are many facets of giving and many ways you can give.
That is so beautiful.
So, whenever you give, let us say you are carrying 10 kilograms of gold. And if it is in your pocket, you'll feel heavy.
True.
So what do you have to do? Just give it.
Wow.
Then you become light, And the heaviest thing in the world is the earth that we are on. If you want to be lighter, be like the water. More lighter like air. More lighter like fire. And then the space. These are the 5 elements which we have
Right.
created. And to be more spiritual, we have to be lighter.
Beautiful.
And if you are only wanting to receive, you become heavy like the
Heavier.
earth, dense. Then you don't feel. Then you feel more difficulty to rise.
This is so beautiful. There are these are such simple examples that are around us
Yeah.
that you're pointing at and probably helping us learn and thus imparting the knowledge.
So
the
this
wisdom,
knowledge is there in scripture of all religions.
which is true.
Yeah. So we have.
But then how many of us actually sit and read those scriptures?
Yeah.
Right? We end up
Yeah.
watching movies and read fiction.
Yeah.
But tell me, sir.
Yes.
You spoke about the summit that happened in
Yeah.
April.
Yes.
When next is the next summit?
So the next summit is on February 12, 2020. We are in 5, right?
25.
So 2026. And it is called Billionaires for Peace.
Okay.
So we are invited 12 Nobel Peace Laureates, including Barack Obama, Al Gore, and other Nobel Peace Laureates.
Wow.
And we are hoping 7 will 100% come. So our guarantee is out of the 12, 7 will come.
Fantastic.
And we are inviting 210 billionaires.
Okay.
Because when the people with the power and the wealth are present, they can make a greater difference.
Which is
Their
true.
multiplier effect,
Is higher.
if they get involved with peace, is a multiplier effect.
Undoubtedly. So, and this is going to be in which part of the world?
It is in Dubai.
Oh, I love that.
The capital of tolerance and coexistence.
Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, it'll be in UAE.
Beautiful.
Either Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Because both these are really the centers of tolerance and coexistence.
So true.
They even have a ministry for that.
That is so true. The only country in the world, in fact,
Yes.
that has a
Yes.
Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence.
Yes.
But this is incredible that UAE has become such a center of all amazing things. I mean,
Yes,
apart
yes.
from the tallest and the largest,
Yeah.
we also have
Humanity.
a hope for humanity.
Yes.
Where we look forward to all of these amazing things. And what can one expect apart from the summit that is going to be there? What
Yeah.
else can one look forward to in the year to come?
So one of the thing of respect and coexistence is very often we take the judgment in our hands. But we should realize we are all equal human beings.
So true.
We are made out of the same red blood. And who are we to judge if we are equal? Equal cannot judge another equal.
Fair.
Only a superior can judge and the superior is the Almighty.
Which is true.
Whichever religion you take, all religion have a Almighty.
That's right.
And let that Almighty judge. So why we are taking judgment in our hands? Why we are getting restless? Or why we are enforcing ourselves on others? As Mahatma Gandhi said, live and let live.
Right.
So this is the philosophy that we have to do. And every religion has this tolerance thing. In the Hindu religion, it is Vasudev Kutumbakam.
That's right.
Which is the whole humanity is one family. In Islam, the Prophet said mankind is one family dependent on God.
Right.
And the most beloved to God is the one most beneficial to mankind. He was the Prophet of Islam. Then why he said mankind?
True.
He should have said Islam is one family.
Fair.
But he said mankind is one family.
Beautiful.
So like that, then in Christianity, it is said help others as you would help yourself. It did not say in the Bible help Christians.
So true.
So in every religion, this philosophy of helping everyone is there. And in Islam, charity is not only to Muslims. You give charity to all humanity.
Everyone.
And this concept is there in every religion,
This, when one tries to understand things beyond the daily transactional things that we do, there's so much to learn, so much to do to become the better version of ourselves. And if we become better versions of ourselves, I'm sure that there will be a lot more peace in the world. But if there was one step that anyone and everyone who's listening to us right now could take or should take, what would that one step be?
See, every day we have a bath.
Yes.
We clean our bodies, we put the water, we put the soap, then we dry it with the towel.
Right.
Then we put nice clothes in the morning so that we look good.
True.
We create a good impression. So in the same way, our inner self, our mind, our heart, our soul, we have to have a bath of that also. We have to clean it from pride, from greed, from jealousy, from ego, from anger, from all these qualities. Even our inner self requires a bath. And only thing to do it is we have to be conscious of it.
Okay.
So in our daily life, every time we have to press a button.
Okay.
Do we press a button of gratitude or complaint?
Wow.
Forgiveness or revenge? Love or hatred? Humility or pride? Giving or selfishness? Patience or panic? Truth or falsehood? So every time we press a negative button, by the law of karma, we lose some peace of mind. And every time we press the positive button, some peace of mind we gain it for ourselves.
This is incredible. I think, getting out of this conversation today, I definitely have learned a lot. And not just that, I'm sure that I will start practicing a lot of these things. The 7 aspects of life that you've mentioned are so true to everyone. They're there around us, but we generally tend to ignore them as a part of our peaceful life. And I'm so glad that, I got this opportunity to have a chat with you, Doctor.
Yeah.
That not just the movement, but every single individual who is listening to us should be taking those baby steps towards self-peace and peace within to make the world a better place.
So I thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I pray for your personal peace and happiness and success. May you have good health. And may you spread love and peace to others around. And may your channel also, beside the lovely work it is doing, they will also do work for cleaning the soul as we discussed today. And I'm sure you will get a divine reward for doing that work.
That's so very kind of you. Those words are just amazingly beautiful. And thank you so much for your time, Dr. Huzaifa, joining us today, talking about not just the foundation, but peace at large. We're looking forward to a lot more associations in the future.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you so much. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.